It's a bull, of course. Hello, everyone. It's me, Bryson P, and I hope that you're having a great day, great night, whatever time it is that you see this. Today, we're going to be joining into a quiz. This one is a quiz battle between Americans and Europeans. Apparently, Americans are dumber than the rest of the world. I hope that, of course, with my YouTube videos and learning a lot, especially over the last year and a half now that I've been doing this, I've really expanded my knowledge on other things outside of the United States. So we're going to see how I compare and how this quiz goes. We're just going to get straight into it. Let's find out.
1920s, 1950s, 19...
Is this common knowledge?
Yeah,
Do
I
people
have
know this?
no clue.
It's common knowledge.
Hi everyone, I'm Haley and I'm from the USA.
Hello, I'm Callie and I'm also from the USA. Hi
I'm Bryson, and I am from Kentucky, USA.
guys, I'm Jessica and I'm from Germany.
Hi, I'm Georgie and I'm from Italy.
Hi, I'm Christy and I'm from the UK, West Midlands.
Did you ever hear anyone say that Americans are stupider than other people?
Yeah, I've definitely heard that before.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? I just think our stupid people get more publicity than other countries' idiots. I don't think we're dumber than the rest of the world.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
That could be a lot of the media because we have so much more media and just how we're posting and constant wanting to have our 15 minutes of fame, and we're not afraid to just put that out there. It causes a lot more of that because it's almost like you're glamorizing the stupidity.
Yeah, it hurts.
I'm going to be completely honest, my view has changed over the years. That was my my initial thought, but my view has changed from actually getting to know American people.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I mean, we are 3 and they are 2. So I think we have.
We always have an advantage of being
Yeah.
one more. I've been out of school too long.
Yeah, same here. It's been a while.
And the thing is, I hate losing, but I don't know if I'm smart enough.
What's the most populated country in the world? I want to say I'm just going to answer this how I would. I'm going to say China's the most populated country in the world, or India. It's India?
China? Oh, they have a population problem. Well, there was a law to limitate 1 child per family, but I think that has changed now.
What is the national animal of Spain? I have no idea. I would honestly just be guessing completely. I have not even a clue.
Is this common knowledge?
Yeah,
Do
I
people know
have
this?
no clue. Is it like a falcon or something? Lion? I was trying to think of like the flags or something. Oh, bull.
It's a bull, of course. Well, for future knowledge, I will tell you this: the state fish of Hawaii. It is it's known as a triggerfish, but the true name, the I guess Hawaiian name for the triggerfish, is the Huma Huma Nukum Nuka Awapua'a. So there's a little bit of knowledge, at least I know that. What is the official language of Argentina? Would it just be Spanish?
Spanish? I guess because I heard that they pronounce their name Argentina. It's common knowledge. That's why I know it.
What country currency is the yen? The yen. The yen? No, that's Japan. Because the won is China, correct? I don't know. But the yen is Japanese.
Which countries
Man,
Japan?
I knew the answer because I used to live in Japan.
I traveled to Japan, so I think that's probably how I knew it. I just remembered that.
Oh. Was the U.S. an ally of the Soviet Union during World War II? Surprisingly, yes. even though we don't have the Soviet Union anymore and all the current state of events in the world at the time, this time, during around 1945, yes, we surprisingly were allies of the Soviet Union. We'd sent arms to them and everything else.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't even read it first.
I can't remember. I saw a video of it because in Germany, World War II is a big topic every year. So, yeah, we learn about it a lot.
What's the biggest animal in the world? Biggest animal in the world? And if we're just talking animal, wouldn't it be a whale? It's a type of whale. I almost want to say sperm whale.
What's the biggest animal?
Blue whale. I heard that the whales
Blue whale.
are the biggest animal in the world because something
Yeah.
about gravity in the sea, I guess, that animals can become bigger. So that's why.
So smart. I did not know about that.
What
Well, let's give me half a point on that. At least I knew it was a whale.
were you about to say?
Elephant.
During the 1300s, what sickness killed more than 20 million people in Europe? Are we talking about the Black Plague here?
The Black Plague.
I was just about to say.
It killed a lot of people. Like, and the masks are very famous. The plague doctor masks are very famous. They're a very common Halloween costume and in horror movies. Also, coronavirus has brought that back a little. People were talking more about what plagues are very common and epidemics and pandemics and all that. But also, it just killed a lot of people.
Oh. How many stars are on the American flag? 50.
You know this.
Oh, was it 50? I Googled it. I don't know, like I was really interested in the US when I was younger, so I wanted to move to the US. So I was researching a lot about it. I think I read it some years ago. I knew it, I did. I wasn't fast enough.
What is the world's smallest country? I have no... I'll probably know it as soon as they tell me, of course.
Madagascar. I'm just gonna keep saying names. We should know this.
Vatican. I'm so dumb. I'm Italian.
Oh
Is that a country?
It's a country in Italy.
I just thought it was like a particular territory of Italy, which is not a state. It's just a territory.
Wait, was that it?
Vatican. I'm so dumb. I'm Italian.
The Vatican? The Vatican is a country?
Oh
Is that a country?
It's a country in Italy.
I just thought it was like a particular territory of Italy, which is
I
not a
guess it
state.
is,
It's
yeah,
just a
yeah.
territory.
Alright, what is the largest body of water in the world? Is that the Pacific Ocean?
Atlantic.
Pacific Ocean? I just guessed.
It was my second guess.
Yeah. I knew it was a large ocean, but I didn't actually know it was the biggest one. So I've learned something new.
Yeah, I figured it was one of the two, and I guess I guessed the wrong one too.
Alright, what is the largest country in the world? The largest country in the world? Is that Russia?
Russia?
Yeah, that was my second guess.
I was so scared.
I was so scared.
First, I also was.
I honestly have no idea how many points I have right now. I'm gonna have to, as I go through and edit this, I will, of course, find out and put that in my description of how many points I got.
Like kind of fooled because of the population.
Yeah.
I kind of figured because the largest country, and then I was like, oh, Russia.
I was thinking it's one of the two. You see my face hesitate.
To a single decimal point, how many kilometers in a mile? Ugh. I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know to the nearest decimal point. I think it's like 3 point. No, no, 2 point.
2.5.
I was gonna say like 1.3 is what I wanted to say. That's what my initial, for some reason, instinct told me, but I doubt it.
1.7, 1.8, 1.6. We
That's
needed
close.
that point.
You use one or the other. You don't convert usually.
Like when I exercise, I'm always like doing kilometers because I'm like running a 5K or something like that.
Yeah.
But then when I'm driving at home, I definitely think in miles.
I don't know how big a mile is. I only, like in Italy, we only use kilometers. I don't think there is a word for mile in Italy.
What color is a giraffe's tongue? Isn't a giraffe's tongue gray?
Blue? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Blue, gray, grayish blue. But it's not like a blue, is it?
animals. I'm just interested in going to like zoos and
When you go to the
aquariums.
zoo, you give something to the
Yeah.
giraffe, and if
I've been to a zoo. I've seen a giraffe.
The color of the tongue is best described as black, blue, or purple with a pink base back. It is generally assumed that the front part of the tongue has such dark coloration to protect during frequent exposure. And okay. Well, black, blue, or purple. I feel like gray should be in there, but hey, it is what it is.
I just wasn't fast enough.
When did the Cold War end? Oh, I know this too, because my dad was there the day that the wall came down, and I have a piece of the wall. I have pieces of barbed wire and stuff from the wall, and everything else. 1989.
I don't even have a
I do
guess.
not know.
I'm so bad at history. I don't want to say something really, really wrong.
yeah, okay.
Jeez, I have no idea. I'm gonna sound so stupid. I'm gonna sound stupid because I don't know the literal translation from Cold War. 1920s, 1950s, 1940s, 1930s, 1954,
1970.
Oh, come on. I feel like it's got to be.
89.
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay. Whew. At least I know 1989. I got that one right.
That's not because of my knowledge.
That was a guessing game.
I've learned about it for sure in school.
It doesn't come up in conversation.
Yeah.
I cannot remember learning it. Maybe I had it, maybe not. I forgot it.
I feel like these are getting harder, so we're just gonna try our best again.
What is the best-selling book of all time? Isn't the Bible the most one of the most stolen books of all time? But isn't like the most selling book of all time Harry Potter?
What's the best one?
The Bible?
Okay, I wanted to say the Bible was also the most sold, but it's also like one of the most stolen, isn't it? And then of course Harry Potter.
I didn't even like think of that as being like technically a book that would be counted on the selling chart.
Actually, I had two options: the Bible or Harry Potter.
I wouldn't have guessed that because I wouldn't have thought it was counting on like the book sales chart. I would think those wouldn't include like religious texts, so I wouldn't have guessed it. We got 5.
I think that the stereotype is there because of how the education system is different in each country. I don't know if it's still a stereotype, but it's kind of known, at least in Europe, that the American education system is a little different from how we study in Europe. So I guess that might be it, but it also was like a who's faster kind of game, so I guess I'm faster.
I don't think that this shows anything to do with the stereotype being true or not, because this was like common knowledge for almost every question we all knew, probably except for the Cold War answer. I think most of us knew the answers to all of these.
I think if it was a team.
I feel like the stereotypes are more of the being just like very how Americans seem very entitled, or whenever we travel to different countries and we are very just like boisterous and loud and just very, you can spot us from a mile away or from a kilometer away, right? You can pick us out of a crowd because that's the stereotype in us. And it shows, just like how we can pick out it, someone with the slightest accent that's different from what I'm used to hearing, of course I'm going to pick that out in a heartbeat. So there's certain things like that, where stereotypes come into play. The way that we act, our mannerisms, our typical forms of behavior in other countries, right? But necessarily, this is just kind of more or less your skill base of knowledge from what you've learned and retained and actually paid attention to. A lot of this stuff I didn't learn in school. I mentioned before in one of my videos that when I didn't want to do my homework and didn't want to do schoolwork and try to learn, that my father would then make me read sections of the World Encyclopedia and then have to take quizzes over those sections in that encyclopedia. And I had to learn a lot about world history. So that helps me out in these types of games. But there's other things I'm fascinated about and learn about that, to me, I feel like these are not necessarily useless knowledge because they're very important things, and especially, dates in our history, um, our allies and types of alliances that we've had. All these types of things are good knowledge, but it's not necessarily day-to-day type knowledge that even really has anything to do with stereotypes.
Team thing, maybe our combined knowledge could have been nice too.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like you probably knew some that I didn't know.
Yeah, and I think she
maybe.
knew like the ones that I didn't know.
Yeah, our collective knowledge isn't
Yeah.
that bad. And sometimes the one person just picks up maybe one thing and the others know it as well, or like also interests are different, researching things more than other topics. So
I think it also depends on which country you're from, especially because a lot of the questions were based on some history. It depends on what you learn. From what I've heard in America, you focus on American history. In Europe,
Right.
we tend to focus on our own country's history.
We don't really know much about other countries' history. We know a little bit about other European countries, but certainly not other people from other countries.
yeah.
Nowadays, in the States at least, typically every year of high school, most schools require you to learn about a different region of the world. It's like nowadays people typically know more, I think.
It doesn't matter where you're from. It depends from person to person, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a video by World Friends and a quiz, of course, testing the knowledge between the Europeans and American stereotypes and everything else. Again, that's all mostly what you've learned, retained, everything I've already said up to this point, and what they have already said as well. So tell me what you think and how well you did on this quiz. If you did better than I did, again, I'm going to have my score posted and tallied up after I get done with this video. So I hope that you enjoyed this. It was a fun little different type of reaction than what I normally do. And I hope that you have a great day, great night, whatever time it is that you did watch this. And goodbye.